Hey gang, this is Andy with the Facebook Live TV show. Welcome on this Tuesday evening. It is, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And thought I'd get a couple of you while you're driving home, possibly from work here on the West Coast. And those of you that are on the East Coast are already home, probably just finishing up with dinner. And those of you in Australia, it's tomorrow. So if my friend John North joins me, oh, shoot. I'm sorry, I forgot to put in the join me link. Gosh darn it. You'd think after all these broadcasts I would get this right, but I'm going to go to the Facebook page here and enter in if you guys want to join me on this broadcast. I will put it in here. What we're going to be talking about is whether this question came up in our mastermind group, which I'm going to be talking just a little bit about in just a minute. And the question is whether when you are creating your Facebook Live TV show, if you are going to do that and host that show regularly, either on a fan page or a group page. And so that is a very good question, because I'm often trying to figure out, what way I want to go with some of these things that I'm doing, whether it's in Create It, Launch It, Profit, or Falco Fitness, which is, I have 2 pages now called Falco Fitness. I've not launched them yet, but deciding what it is I'm going to do in each one of those things. So we're going to tackle that question. And sorry, I'm still looking for the Facebook Live. There it is. And so if you want to join me on that discussion, the link you will find in the Facebook Live TV show where this broadcast is originating from. Some of you may be watching this on other platforms, other Facebook pages like Train the Dog Trainer or the Mastermind Group or something like that. And so you're going to be seeing this live broadcast because I use another tool, which you can find in the notes on our Facebook Live TV show, and that's called LiveLeap. Now, I've talked about LiveLeap before. I like the tool and how it worked, and I'm not necessarily happy with other things in regard to that company. So I've talked about it a lot before. One of my biggest things is support, and if you don't get good support, then I give a big thumbs down to most companies. However, the tool is fantastic, and it works for me. It has not worked for others, but it works for me. And so the reason, if you're in this in another group and you're watching this, if you're in the retreat or you're in the mastermind group or you are on Train the Dog Trainer or other places that I like to broadcast this particular show, then you are experiencing the power of LiveLeap. If you got a notification in LinkedIn, if you got a notification in Twitter, it's because of the process or the program called LiveLeap that I'm using. So back to the link that I just shared in the Facebook Live TV show. So what you'll see is, if you're watching this on one of those other Facebook pages, you'll see that it says that it's shared by the Facebook Live TV show. Just click on that, or it's probably social media live. I forgot what I had to call it because it would not let me use Facebook in the actual title. So just click on that. That'll take you to the page. You'll find the link that says Blue Jeans. You click on that and you're going to be able to join me live here on the show. All right. So if you want to join me, feel free, and we'll talk about whether or not you should use a group page or a fan page. So let me first talk about the Mastermind Retreat. We have a great Mastermind retreat coming up. It's in the group called the Masters, and we're going to be meeting here in May 2016 or 2017. Oh, I finally made that mistake. I've been pretty good since it's changed 2017. May 2017, we're going to be going to Victoria, British Columbia, where we will be at one of our retreats. Now, what you must know about the Masters Mastermind Group is that that is not the only thing we do. We don't just meet quarterly or every few months in a super awesome environment. We've been to Carmel, we've been to Aspen, Colorado, we've been to other countries. We've done some really cool stuff. But the power in the group is not only our retreats, but also the biweekly phone calls and on-camera meetings that we have with the rest of the members of the group. All those that are in there can join on a biweekly meeting where we discuss those things will help you in your business. If you have any questions, one of our experts that are in our group will be able to usually help you with that question. And if not, as a group, we tackle the question and try to figure out what it is that we can do to help you grow your business. So that happens every other week. Now, in addition to that, we have a membership page that you have access to, which has a bunch of training videos, which we will be putting up some new videos in there very shortly. But it has everything from how to write your own book, how to take a #1 best-selling status, how to create a membership site, how to get things to work in regard to some of these third-party applications, and so on and so forth. And so you have that. We also have a private membership group, which we're going to be talking about the power of a membership group in just a minute, or a Facebook group in just a minute. And that is where you can ask just on the fly questions about what's going on in your business and those things you're experiencing, or you find something you think is going to be interesting to the group, you share it in that group, and it's very active. We have stuff going on there just about every day. I know that I broadcast in there almost every day in regard to either the Facebook Live TV show, or the Create It, Launch It, Profit. And then sometimes I just post in there just with something that's come up that I think is really important for people to see. And I get good reviews on it, so I'm hoping that everybody's getting something out of it, and I think they are. So that's the Mastermind Group. What you need to do is go to the Masters. Let me actually put that link in the comment section also. I'm going to find that and put it in there. And what you'll do is go to the Masters Facebook page. Oops, the Masters Facebook page, and we have an application that you'll need to fill out. We just had somebody fill out the application, and we just passed them. Our leadership got together, looked at the application, and made sure that that person was a fit, because not everybody gets into the group. We have to make sure that you're a good fit into the group before you are allowed into the group, which is important to not only us, but it's important to you. If you want to be a member of a group, you got to know that we vet the people that are in there. We got to make sure that they're going to be a good fit for all of us in there. So here is the link. It will be in the chat in the Facebook Live TV show. Hey, John North, glad to see you're here. I just saw that you posted in the Facebook Live TV show. And so that link is right now in the Facebook Live. So if you want to fill out an application, there's no obligation, doesn't cost you any money to fill out the application, just to see if you're a fit, and then we can go from there to see how we can get you in Victoria. We're gonna be there for 3 days, 4 days, 3 days. I think it's 3 days, but we tend to stay an extra day, and it's going to be fantastic. Every day we have something we're going to be giving you to benefit your business, and then on top of that, we have some fun along the way. We often have a gourmet chef that joins us, and that is another fantastic breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's amazing. I can't even tell you. You'll get to see some. Hey, Rick Dilliot, I'm glad to see you. I haven't talked to you in a while. Rick has been to one of our mastermind retreats, and I'm sure he will tell you that he had a blast. And I know that I did. Having people in the group ensures that everyone sees your post and notifications, whereas a page post is very random on people seeing it. You are correct. So we're going to get to that. All right. So the Mastermind Retreat, just go ahead and fill out the application. You definitely want to be there in Victoria, British Columbia. It's going to be our best one. It's going to be our biggest ever and our best one ever, because you're going to leave with information. You're going to leave with tools that will help you flourish in your business. Okay. So a fan page or a private group in regard to having a Facebook Live TV show. That was the question that was brought up into our, I was in an email from an applicant into the Masters Mastermind group. And the answer is, it depends, right? And so if you're trying to do what I'm doing here with the Facebook Live TV show, is I'm trying to get this out to as many channels as possible to gain interest in what it is that I'm doing, right? And so my expertise currently is in creating Facebook Live TV shows and teaching people how to do that on a level not quite like NBC, ABC, CNN, or anything like that, but on a level that is professional and gets you noticed and allows you to get the word out about whatever niche you're in. So I teach people how to do that in the Elite program. So there's two purposes. One of them is to build my audience over a period of time of doing these broadcasts, right? So I want to broadcast out. So right now, automatically, this broadcast got shared out. It says on here somewhere, 11 shares. So this broadcast automatically, because I use a tool called LiveLeap, shares out to 11 other fan pages. So open fan pages that anybody can come to. Once it is broadcasting for a certain period of time, Facebook helps that by sharing it out on their Facebook Live map also. And they also make it. I'm not sure how they do it, but with the algorithms, they also other people get notified that it's going on right now. If you've noticed on your phone, and I wish I was hooked up. Gosh darn it! I wish I would have thought of this earlier. But I can actually hook my phone up so you can see what's on my phone. But I'm going to try to show you on the screen. If you go on your phone and you look down, I'm not sure. You're not going to probably be able to see this. So the second button over from, if you're looking at your phone from the left, if you're on an iPhone, on the bottom, you'll see a circle with a triangle on it pointed to the right. That is all the Facebook Lives that are going on. If you touch that, it'll take you to the feeds that you like to watch. So there's Molly Mahoney, there is Mario, there is Sabrina, and a couple other people. So the first one is usually they're either live or just finished being live. And then as you go to the right, you get to older Facebook Lives that are in replay mode. Sometimes you'll hit one and it'll be live, right? You'll have a little indication here, like with number 1, number 2, that says somebody's live. And you'll be able to see that. And now that's to the right, right? If you scroll to the right, if you go up or down, it depends on your way of looking at it. There is one live one going on, that's CNN News, right? And then they have other suggestions. So here I am live, it's showing my video live in my feed that I'm live right now. And then it has some other replays from, and it goes down and suggests those things to you, things you've either been interested in or you've shown an interest in the past, right? KFI Radio is one of my favorite places to get information here. And so that's another way Facebook Live helps you get the word out that you are broadcasting, you're going live. And so that's the benefit. And so it is incredible. And I just saw Rick Dilliot said, actually, it is amazing. Yes, it is amazing that how this all works, right? The longer you're on Facebook, and I think I've already mentioned this, but I'm going to do it again. The longer you're on, the more Facebook likes you and wants you to go out. And I'm going to tell you another reason why that just came out kind of recently. As a matter of fact, Bruce Jones, one of my good friends that you often see on here that joins me every so often, he brought this point up with an article that he just read. And is that the longer you're on, Facebook encourages you to go on so that they can make people notice you the longer you're on. So they really encourage longer broadcasts. And the reason they're doing that is because they eventually, and this is coming soon, will begin to advertise during one of your live broadcasts. Now, how that's going to work, I'm not 100% sure. I've over the last couple of weeks, I've been hearing about it and been watching, I've been looking. Now, I don't know if like 12 seconds in, I think it's somewhere around 12 seconds in when they're planning to do this advertisement, how it's going to work. Is it going to interrupt your broadcast to put in, do I see that this is happening as I'm broadcasting? Do I see that Facebook is interrupted and plugged in a commercial, a 15-second commercial, 30-second commercial, whatever? Does it just interrupt and plugs in the commercial and then you start again? And how am I going to know that? I don't know. Or is it going to be one of those things at the bottom that kind of streams that has like a banner on it, that lower third? I don't know how that's going to look, but Facebook is going to be advertised in the middle of Facebook Live broadcast. What I've also heard is that you all will get 55% of whatever those earnings are from that advertisement, whatever that is. It could be pennies. It could be 0.5 of pennies. It could be less than that. I'm not sure. But it's going to be a percentage is going to be given to the person providing the content. And so let me see. I'm going to need some quiet on this. I'm busy right now. All right, so I have an audience, a studio audience that's not paying attention to what I'm doing. And so that advertisement will come in here. So does Facebook Live want you to broadcast live on Facebook? Yes. Because what? Because they want the opportunity to advertise and earn money from those advertisements. So they would get 45% of whatever that revenue is from that advertisement. You would supposedly get 55%. That's the word on the streets, and that's the word in the article, one of the articles that I read. What that's going to look like, I have no idea. So that's all on fan pages. So fan pages are encouraged to broadcast long, to have good content, to have people watching. They want people to watch your video, right? Why do they want people to watch your content? Is because they want people to see the advertisements they're eventually going to put in your content, right? So Facebook Live wants to feed as many people to you as long as it's good content that people are getting stuff out of it and watching, because I get notified, not necessarily on the page here. So if I look at my page, I don't see it just on the view that I have right now, but it will encourage me to continue on. It sends me little notifications. Hey, you're doing great. Lots of people are, commenting, which they like. If people are commenting, that means people are watching, right? People are engaging. And so Facebook rewards you with these little notifications. Just like in the platform called Be Live. Be Live allows me to pick out certain statements that people make in comments and click on that and show them to you. Why is that powerful? Because people like to see their name. They like to see encouragement. They like to see that they're being noticed. And so that's why those tools work effectively. Now, Facebook understands that. And so they give encouragement to broadcasters on their feed. Now, most of those notifications, at least for me, come when I'm using my phone, not when I'm using Blue Jeans and Mimo Live and all these other things. I don't see those. As a matter of fact, it's even hard for me to see the comments because I have to look for those. So that's all in the fan page area. Now, when would you decide to use a private group? A private group, for me, and other people may have some other answers, so feel free to put them in the comment if I'm missing something. But if you are going to do a Facebook Live TV show in a group, it's to a specific audience that is either paid to be in that private group or has purchased something else and you've put them into that private group and you're giving them added value, or you're using it as a webinar base for teaching people that have gained access one way or another. Either they've opted in through some other type of gate, or they paid you, like in Create It, Launch It, Profit private group. People have paid $9.99 to be in that private group, and that's where I give bigger content or more informational content and actually give them things to, like templates and things. I give them things to use as templates in that private group that I don't give on my regular page and my private page. So one of the strategies that I use is that before I go live in my private group, I go live on my public page. So I go live on my public page. Hey, I'm going to be going live in my private group and be giving information that will help you in your business. And I'm going to give you a template. I'm going to give you all these great things in the private group. So if you're not in there already, then go ahead and find the pinned link at the top of this page. Click on that, opt in, pay your $9.99. When you're inside there, you're going to get all this stuff that I'm offering inside that private group. And so I'm using that to feed people, funnel people into my private group so that I can ensure that they've paid, and it's fair to everybody else that's in there, that everybody else that's in there is also paid to get this private information, this exclusive information that you can't get on the public page. So your decision in deciding whether you're going to use a public page or a group is the strategy that you are going to use to create your business. In most cases, when you're deciding to do a Facebook Live TV show, it is because of business, revenue, entrepreneurship. You're trying to lead them somewhere that they're eventually going to pay you, right? Which is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. And how you use that is how you're going to decide whether you're going to broadcast live into a group or a public page. So I would say both. My answer to the question is both. So Chris, if you're watching this, I would use a public page to give good content and good information, and even give away sometimes your really good stuff. And then you go to a private group and broadcast out of there when you have an exclusive group that you're giving them more, and they've opted in first. So you want to use that as a lead magnet, or you want to use that as a reason for people to give you something, whether it's just their name and email address or more information, or if it's because they've paid through a gate, or like in the mastermind group, right? We have the masters, which is the link that I sent you. I've sent you to the public page with that link. That's the public page that anybody can go to on the planet, can see that. The 1.7 or close to 8 billion people that are on Facebook can all go to the masters Facebook page. And then we have the private group called the retreat. And those are all the people that have paid to go to a retreat are now put into this private group where we share information. And because they've paid, they've paid and they've committed to being part of that group, and participating in that group, they get to be part of that private group, which they gain access because they're a member. And do we broadcast in both? Yes, I broadcast probably more often into the private group because I'm trying to give all of them good information for being in that private group, and that's what they get, right? For being in that private group, they get good content and good information. All right. My son really wants something because he's standing on the backside of this camera and really wants my attention. Yes, son, how can I help you? Come over here and say hi to the people. If you want something, you have to come on camera. Then you don't get anything. Oh, you're just hanging out? I did, but no, that's enough. Okay. He's got a phone, and I'm sure that he wants another app on that phone. And so that's what we're doing. All right. So that's a bargain. $9.99. It is a bargain. Are you in that private group there, Nobby? If it's a bargain, then I want to see you inside that group. I will give you my autograph the next time I see you. When is the next time I'm going to see you, Nobby? And why aren't you on this broadcast? If you're taking the time to type me. Andy is our secret leader. Yeah, it's a secret, unfortunately. I want that. Why is it a secret? Because you're ashamed? Oh, gosh. I love you, Nobby. I miss seeing you. It seems like it's been forever since I have seen you. Bruce Jones is on. I just saw Bruce Jones. And you're the one. Bruce said I'm your secret leader. Yeah. No, Bruce Jones has a great program teaching people how to write books. I just wrote my third. I didn't tell him this morning. I wrote my third journal. And so when we talk about lead magnets or getting people into private groups, that kind of stuff, one of the strategies that I'm doing right now is writing journals, or creating journals. Writing journals. I did write a little bit in the journal. Creating a journal. The journal is obviously something that can be specific to different businesses, different different types of groups of people, different clubs. And so I have obviously the dog training business, so I'm creating a bunch of journals, but each one is specific to a breed. So I have a German Shepherd journal, I have a Labrador journal, and now we have a Golden Retriever journal. And what I'm doing is I've taken the list, I went to the list in Google, right? I typed in the most popular dog breeds, just the most popular dog breeds. And so what I'm doing is I'm going down the list from one down and creating journals based on the breeds that are the most popular in the world. I can't remember if that's where I was struggling. I'm not sure if it was in the United States or the world. I think it might be the United States, but regardless. So I'm making a journal. I'm creating a journal based on that list, and I'm going down the list. So number one was German Shepherd. Number two was Labrador Retriever, which they flip-flop back and forth depending on the year. And then you got Golden Retriever. I'm sure Poodle's coming up, or Doodles or something like that. And so today I did Golden Retriever. And the strategy, or not the strategy, the creation of that journal was based on the teachings of Bruce Jones. So if you are not following Bruce Jones, you need to follow him. Just go ahead and click on his name that's in the chat here in the comments and follow what he's doing. I do have a link. I was just going to look for that. I have a link here. Bruce, do I have that handy? I'm not sure if I still had to. I think I may have to have created a link so that it's an affiliate. I don't think that I did that. Who cares? I just want people to go to Bruce and get some good training. I can't find the link. Stand by as I scroll. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm going to click on this and see what it comes up with. So I'm going to send you to Bruce's How to Publish Book School. There we go. All right. So this isn't my affiliate link. This is just going into Bruce. So I'm going to tell Bruce to give me credit anyway. All right. So this is in the Bruce's training. Oh, that's weird. Why doesn't it want to? I'm hitting enter and it's not going in. Very, very strange. Write a comment. All right, I can't even write a comment in my own broadcast here. In the Bruce's training. Oh, that's weird. Now look, I'm going to kill that, and I'm going to type in a comment. Let's try this again. I'm going to try this again. There we go. I don't know why the button wouldn't work. I was in comment and it wasn't go. So Bruce, the book guy, great training if you want to create a book. So now back to the strategy. Sorry about all that. The journals is lead generation in one aspect, right? So in the book, on the very first page, I put the website, right? So when people are reviewing it or looking at the first 3 or 4 pages that you can do on Amazon, they'll see the website that I want them to go to. Any of the postings that I'm going to put, I'm going to make sure I'm put a lead generating gosh darn it, a lead page, a landing page. There you go. I'm going to put a website for a landing page that people are going to be able to go to, right? And so the journal is one thing to create interest, right? And then I'm going to hopefully have them click on a landing page link that's going to send them and begin the process of getting them into a lead magnet. And then another thing that I may do, thank you, stars. What I'm hearing is the kids come through the door and I ask them to be quiet, but kids don't necessarily be quiet when I tell them to be quiet. And so another thing is the giveaway, right? I can use that journal to give away to encourage people to be attracted to what we're doing in the dog training business, right? By giving them the journal and then insider links that they can go to for further training and all that kind of stuff, right? And so it's just another way of getting people to become interested in what it is you're doing. And I think the journal is a great way to go. I've been able to put 3 new journals up into Amazon, the paperback version, right? A completely written journal up. And all what I was going to tell you is that the first one took me about 4 or 5 hours because I did put some text in the first 25 pages. It says, so what's your dog's name? What breed is your dog? How old is your dog at the time of this writing? Who's the dog's current veterinarian? What's the dog's first road trip? What does the dog's first collar look like? What does the dog's first leash look like? Who's the dog's first trainer? What are the training techniques you're using? And then after that, there's 200 something pages of journal that they can write in their journal. And so I had to do that on the very first one. So it took me about 4 or 5 hours between phone calls, emails, other Facebook postings, blah, 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 blah. And so that took me the first one. The second one I did took me 2 hours because I was kind of still fiddling around with the artwork in regard to the Labrador Retriever. I was trying to decide because we have a Labrador Retriever, and I really wanted to use pictures of that dog because it's our dog and, we love our dog. So we want to make sure that they have a book. And then the second one, the Golden Retriever one, took me all of maybe 30 minutes, and that was while I was talking to somebody else at the same time. So I completely published and found the artwork, created the cover of the Golden Retriever, which is the best cover of them all. And now I'm going to go back and I'm going to recreate a German Shepherd journal and a Labrador Retriever journal because I really love the Golden Retriever journal. And now I realize I can do that with all of them. It looks so much better than all the rest. But that one only took me, I would say, if I wasn't talking and doing all other stuff, and if my computer was a little bit faster, I could have gotten that journal completely uploaded along with the book cover created and filled in all the stuff that needs to be filled in on CreateSpace and had that done probably in 25 minutes. So from now on, the rest of the books, I'm going to go probably up to 20 journals. I think I'm going to go down to the 20th most popular dog, at least that's my plan for right now, and have 20 different journals with 20 different breeds of dogs up within less than a couple weeks. And being able to use those as gaining interest in what as I'm doing, and being able to use those in private groups and leading people into the public pages and giving them away on 22 Social. I'm gonna be giving away journals to people that opt in. Another great way to lead people into these groups, right? The public page, the fan page, and the private groups. Using 22 Social to give away journals for free to people when they opt in, or when they become part of a sweepstakes, right? And give one away a week, give a journal away a week. There's so much you can do. And deciding, Chris, now back to your question, deciding how you're going to do that is the strategy of getting all the interest and using all the power of the public group or the public page, your fan page, using that to get all the interest in what you're doing, and then sending them into a private group by having them pay a small amount of money or a large amount of money. If you're planning to give away something in regard to real estate where you're going to show them how to do something, you can go up to like $500, $1,500 to get into that private group if your stuff is powerful enough to get them in there. And then you use that, and then you broadcast live in that private group. It really is feasible. You could, of course, you can use Webinar Jam and all those other kind of things, but the power of Facebook is outstanding. And we're going to be doing some Facebook advertising. John North and I just got off a conversation in iMessage in regard to doing some training on Facebook ads and Facebook advertisement. So we're going to be tackling that tomorrow. And we're going to be doing that privately and then recording that, and I'll be putting it up in the private group. So if you want to see that training, me and John North talking about Facebook advertisement, he's going to be doing most of the talking and showing how to use a tool to create some Facebook advertisement. It's going to be fantastic. If you're in the private group, you're not going to want to miss it. If you're not in there yet, you're just going to have to go in there. Right up at the top of this page, I have a pinned graphic. It's using a tool called 22 Social. Click on that graphic, go through the gate, pay $9.99 a month. You can get out anytime you want, but you won't want to because we're going to be doing this stuff for as long as I can do it, right? I'm going to be putting in information that's going to be helpful to your business. The great thing right now, it's 6 o'clock at night, 5:30 at night here in Brea, California. I see the numbers of people watching going up and down. What is interesting is that I often see, if I see that 2 people are on, when I get done, it actually shows me that 20 people had watched. When I see now, it's been fluctuating between 7 and 9 people that are currently watching at this very moment. I'll get off, and the number will be much larger, 30 to 40 people that have maybe watched this video. And it's just so interesting how that all works, because I think sometimes if you're watching on a computer, it doesn't register as a viewer, and I'm not sure why that is. It depends on the browser, I think, sometimes. So it's very, very interesting. So now, a couple times here, we kind of went outside the focus, whether you use a fan page or a group, but I hope I was always able to bring it back, even when I forgot exactly what I was going to say. Andy is the journal master. I've become the journal master. I can teach people how to do the journal master stuff now. Bruce Jones does know his stuff. Hey, Rick, I really miss seeing you and talking to you. Rick Dilliot and I, we drove up to Yosemite together and had some great conversations. What a great guy. If you need anything done tech-wise, and that's pretty broad, I know. I think his main thing is probably video and doing webinars and helping people with their webinar broadcasts and that kind of stuff. You need to get hold of Rick. If you want to go pro, call Rick. He is incredible. He taught us some stuff. Another reason to go to one of these retreats. He taught some stuff that I've still used today. And I've gone back to watch the video because we videotaped it. And that's the other great thing is some of these things get videotaped and they get put in the private group. His stuff is incredible. Bruce Jones, go to Bruce, the book guy, and make sure and learn all you can about creating books. Not next week, but the following week, I'm going to be in San Diego. I will be helping about 100 people become #1 best-selling authors myself, as I am one of the certified consultants that go down there and help out with that process. So, and that's called, what is it called? Not Go Live and Profit. That's the video. Polish and Profit. Polish and Profit down there in San Diego. But the most important thing, if you missed it, make sure and look for that link that I put in there to join us at the Masters Mastermind Retreat, which is going to be in Victoria, British Columbia. You are not going to want to miss it. I'm telling you. Bruce Jones, I think, is going to be there. Aren't you going to be there, Bruce? I don't know if Dean's going to be there, but Dean should be there because we need him in the group. I know he has his own mastermind group, but he needs to join another one. He needs to join ours. And where did John needs to come over from Australia and come to our group. And so you do, Nobby. Nobby, you need to come on down. And you know what, Nobby, I haven't seen you in a while. I'll even let you room with me if you come to Victoria, British Columbia. And we will exchange notes on everything from how to pick up the ladies to how to run a business. All right. So that's my spiel for deciding whether you're going to use a private page or a private group or a fan page, and just deciding what your strategy is. Whatever your strategy is going to dictate how you go. I'm a firm believer that you need to have both, right? And you'll be broadcasting quite often in the beginning as you're building your audience and building your list. And then once you build that list and build that momentum, then go into that private group and lead everybody into that private group and have them go through a gate of some sort, right? Where they give you their name and email address at minimum. or pay $2.99, $9.99, $49, whatever that is, to get the exclusive information that will be in that private group. All right. Hope that was helpful. I probably could have just said that and been done with this broadcast, but Facebook would not have rewarded me for staying on as long as I did. I have to get to my kids. They are really giving me the stare down and really want me to help them out with something. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm sure it'll be interesting and fun. Oh, sorry. I thought I saw a new comment. It's an old one. Dean Renfro said, yes, she is chocolate on the outside and the inside. Yeah, I'm not sure what that means, but yes. Okay. All right, guys. I will see you at the next broadcast. I am not sure if I'm going to have time today to go into Create, Launch, a Profit. But I did want to let you know, if you're in Create, Launch, a Profit, I just put in the private group, I put the PDF of the broadcast that I had yesterday, which was the steps to go through the easy product setup, a product creation process. I put the PDF in there, and you guys are more than welcome in the private group to go ahead and get that, print it out, use it, and steal it. Use it for your own teachings and stuff that you're doing. That's what it's there for. All right, I will see you. Oh, wait, I got another notification here from John North. What's he got going on here? There's a second video when you, oh, no. Okay, for preparation tomorrow. Oh, he's giving me prep for tomorrow. All right. Oh my gosh, he's got a whole list. If you're not in the private group for Create, Launch, a Profit, you're going to want to get in there based on what I'm seeing John North post here. This may be worth just being in the private group, just for this thing that we're going to do tomorrow. In addition to that, we're going to have Will Irish. He's promised to come into the private group also and do a video on Facebook advertisement. So you're going to learn more about Facebook advertisement in that private group, probably even more than creating a product. But it'll be worth it because that's where everything is going today. Advertising on Facebook is huge. All right, that is it. I promise. I know I've tried to sign off like 3 or 4 times here. I am signing off. I will see you guys later. I want you all to have a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow as we are going to go deep in. I'll actually share some of the journal concepts in Create, Launch, a Profit, because I think that is a really important part of what we're going to be creating in Create, Launch, a Profit. And I'll be doing that in the public page, and then going deeper, doing a deep dive in the public group in addition to our Facebook advertisement. All right, that is it. I am done. I'm finally done gabbing. I will talk to you later. Take care. Bye.